And it's, again, people now a lot about connecting with nature. And it's really important because we can't live without it. And it is so relaxing when we do, go and hear a river or a tree or listen to the birds or something like
Yes,
that.
it is.
But this is even than that. And you find yourself doing it. You're listening to the birds as you're connecting and
Yes.
realizing that you're getting this connection all through everything. And it becomes like a way of life. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But expanding a little, Ellen,
Yep.
I know for me, like living in Jamaica, it's most of the times it's sunny. I
Yes.
can listen to the birds and that sort of thing. So I know it's easy for me to, okay, incorporate nature.
Hmm.
For me, I can just stand outside sometimes and just be still and
Yeah.
just listen to, what's happening around me, and I'll hear the birds,
Yeah.
feel a little cool breeze, feel
Yes.
the warmth of the sun, and
Yeah.
just release. But like for persons who, live in city life, as you said,
Yeah.
when you're in the supermarket,
Yeah.
how do you get that release? How do you ground yourself when if you're in the
Through
supermarket and just
through this.
close your eyes?
Because
How do you do
this
it?
through this um exercitation, which you can then do once you've learned it, you can do very quickly. And because you're in the city and because you're in the supermarket and you're surrounded by concrete and paving and tarmac and all this stuff, Earth hasn't gone away.
That's true.
Earth is still there. And the
Yes,
sun hasn't gone away just because you're in artificial light in the supermarket. It's still there.
yes.
And in fact, you couldn't actually make the artificial light if you didn't have the sunlight,
Song. Mhm.
etc., etc. So while it's much easier when you can actually, I mean, I live in the middle of nature. I don't live in a town or a city or even a village. So, I mean, it's just I walk out the door and it's all there, which is gorgeous.
Yes.
But I lived 25 years in London, was working and teaching. This is where I started my practice. And London, of course, is huge and full of traffic and people and concrete and everything. And you still connect. And it's something I work with people who work in cities, and I work in people who work in sort of huge, great office buildings and things like that. And they can do it and they just feel this still happens. It's nice if they've got a tree to do it with.
Yes.
If they haven't, they can still do it.
So it's like when you learn that type of method and meditation, no matter where you are,
Yeah,
once you be still, you'll connect with nature.
yeah, you
I'm
will.
getting it now. I'm getting it.
Yeah. And you find it makes a huge difference and it helps you to be strong enough. You were saying about me earlier that I didn't let anything stop me. And when you've got this like connection to everything that is actually giving you life, you get much stronger to say, okay, so I can't walk, so I can't dance anymore. Fine. I'm going to do this. I've still got the strength to do this. I can still do this work, whatever it is that turns my heart on.
Good. And when you turn your heart on, that gives way for self-discovery,
Yes,
which
it
is
does.
which is very important,
Yeah.
on anyone's journey.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how do we stay true to ourselves? How do we stay our authentic selves?
As long as you stay connected, you can't be anything else. You'll find you just can't.
That's
And
true.
somebody sort of says, "Oh, you've got to do this," and you go say, "No, sorry, I don't buy into that. Can't do that one." And you can say it in a way that isn't going to completely, start a fight with the person who's just said it to you,
Yes.
and which is, less than comfortable. But you find yourself, I can't do that. Maybe you don't want to put chemicals on your garden. and somebody says, oh, you need to put chemicals on for this and the other, you go, no, actually, I can't do that. So you know where you are, strengths, because you've got the connection, you've got the inner strength to say no.
That's so
And
true. Hmm.
huge, isn't it, Claudine?
It is. And
It's so
I did a couple months ago, I think I did a podcast on, being your authentic self. And it was the same thing. I said it in a different way though, because I was in a little rant. But I was saying if you stay true to your beliefs and your values, then you will be your authentic self. You will, it will just come out.
yeah,
Because no matter what anybody says
yeah,
to you, you'll be your true authentic self if you stick to just your beliefs and your values.
yeah. You're so right there. And it's fundamental, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah. It's really about being you
Being you. And
and living it.
yeah, and I try to be me. I
We all
live
do.
that. My friends will always say, no matter what, you will always be you. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say and do things my way,
yeah.
anywhere, whether it's work, home,
Whatever it is, wherever it
whatever it
is,
is. I just,
that's what you do. Yeah, yeah.
so they with me, they say there is no surprises because they know that I'll just be me.
And that's beautiful too, because when, as you just said, there's no surprises because they know you're going to be you. And that is so lovely, isn't it? Because you can really relate to somebody and you're not thinking, oh, what's happening? You
Exactly.
know that Claudine is going to be Claudine, and that's it.
That's it. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
And that has gotten me so far because sometimes, Helen, it's tiring when you have to be thinking about what is this person gonna think of me. Well,
Yeah.
it's just really tiring. And
Mm.
I went through that point in life, and it was so tiring that I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I just have to be me, no
Yeah,
matter where or what. It takes too much out of you trying to be someone else.
indeed. And in the transpersonal, when I was training, and it's something I use with my clients and say to my clients now, is don't live other people's scripts.
True. So true.
And so many of us think, oh, I can't do that because, what will they think of me, as you just said? And you sort of go, no, that's their thing. Your thing is you. And it takes courage and it takes support.